discuss on exit status value. So exit status concept is by default in Linux, if particular command or shell script is executed, it returns two types of values which is used to see whether the command or shell script executed was successful or not. So if the value returned is 0, then command is successful. If the return value is non-zero, command is not successful or some sort of error executing command or shell script. So this value is known as exit status. But how to find out status as an exit status of a command or shell script? Simple. To determine this exit status, you can use $ and question mark special variable of shell. So we have a special variable, that is question mark, to get the exit status, that is the status if the command or shell script was successful or not. So we now see a demo where we have used this exit status concept. So for example, this example assumes that hello world.sh does not exist on your hard drive. So when we do rm hello world.sh, it will show error that no such file or directory. So when we do echo $, it will give a non-zero value to indicate the error. Okay. So now we'll see how this exit status works. So what we do here is we move to practice directory, cd practice, clear the screen. Now what we do here is see, we try to remove hello rld hello world.sh. So we got an error. So if I do echo $ and the question mark, what I get is 1, that is non-zero value. So it is the previous command that was executed through the error. So if I do use the date command, and after that if I do echo $, I get 0. That is the previous command that was executed was successful. So this is how we have exit status. You may be using this exit status concept in your programming, whether in the exception handling part mainly. If you will see that if the script was in error, that is you got an error in script, then to exit it from the program. So it is used many times in the shell scripting. So now we'll learn how to get input from user. So we have a command read that is used to get an input from user, that will read the input from user. So if we would like to ask the user for input, then we use a command called read. This command takes the input and will save into a variable. So the syntax is read the variables. So it will take the input and store into the variable that was specified. So we have a simple example here. So these two are comments that we ask the user for his name. So echo hello, what is your name? Then input the user will input the value. Then the value will be read and stored in var name. And then we'll echo it's nice to meet you $var name, the value stored in the var name. So I'll just show this you in PuTTY that how this works. So what I do here is I have this, I'll do vi hi.sh and then this, I'll copy this there. I'll do cat hi.sh, enter, sorry, cat, I'll paste it here, enter, control D to exit and save. Now when I run this dot slash hi.sh, so first I need to give the permissions. 755 hi.sh. I got the permissions. Now I'll execute it. So it is asking, hello, what is your name? As I echoed. Now I give to Hina. So the command read will read this value that I input and store into the variable var name, right? So it will echo, then echo, it is nice to meet you, the variable name that I entered, that is Tuhina. So this is how we access the values. We read the user input, store into the variable using the read command.